Let's keep going. 5-minute Bible study. Matthew 13:31-35. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all your seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and perch in its branches. He told them still another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into a large amount of flour until it worked through all the dough. Jesus spoke all these things to the crowd in parables. He did not say anything to them without using a parable. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophet, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. Okay. So, yesterday, the kingdom of God was like a field where the farmer plows good things, but the devil gets in there, plants bad things. We got to let it take its course. And at the right time, God will separate them, get rid of the bad, praise for the good. Now, today, God's kingdom is like a little tiny seed, really small, low expectations when you see it. You don't expect very much of it. Other seeds are bigger, so this one doesn't seem like it's going to be that awesome. And I wrote here that it looks like not much will come of it. And I thought, well, that's kind of the same as Jesus' appearance. He didn't look like anything would come of it. He was just a regular guy from Nazareth. But once this seed starts to receive nourishment and food and sunlight and water, it comes to life. So much so that it becomes bigger than all the other plants in the garden, than all the other seeds that started out with higher expectations where people thought this would be a better choice. It's now bigger and better than those other options. What used to be so tiny that it got no respect and that had low expectations, it will become big enough now to actually shelter others. It will have the most to offer compared to the other seeds that you could choose from in the beginning. And that's what God's kingdom is like. It'll look like nothing. It'll look boring. It'll look small. It'll look like not much can come of it, low expectations. But it will become the biggest kingdom. It will become the kingdom that can protect and shelter and provide a home for the most people out of anything else that this world has to offer. And then I said that he keeps plowing through these lessons and he moves on, that now the kingdom of God is like yeast, which is brown, weird looking, not attractive, and small. And it doesn't look like much when you mix it into all of the dough. It looks like it's not going to do its thing. It's unremarkable, but it still gets put into the dough. And this is like the good news that is spread through the whole world. It's a big world. Sounds like a small thing. Sounds like it's not going to have much of an impact, not going to get mixed through everything. But it is. It is combined. It's mixed into the whole world. No one is without being touched by this yeast. And I thought sometimes it rises and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people will accept the yeast and will grow from it. And sometimes it doesn't click, it doesn't work, and the batch goes in the garbage. And then it says that Jesus only used stories, analogies, riddles, mysteries. He did no flat-out textbook teaching. He only used parables, but this made another part of the Bible true, an earlier part where it says, I will speak in parables and mysteries. I will talk about things and say things that have been hidden since the world was made. And now I'm going to start revealing them. And I thought, okay, that's really exciting. It's almost like a book that hasn't hit the shelves yet, but it's coming now. But over COVID, I'd never baked with yeast before, but I tried to use yeast. It was a terrible experience. Only a couple times it worked. Other times you sat there and you kept looking and looking, but you could tell nothing was rising. It wasn't working. And that's such a good picture of how the gospel is in the world, including the frustration. When you don't see things rising, when you don't see the gospel clicking or connecting. But we have to trust God when he says the kingdom of God will become the biggest, most important thing, the best thing for people, for shelter, protection. it will make its way throughout the whole dough. It will make its way to every heart in the earth, on the earth, and they will choose what to do with it. But it will get everywhere. He promises this. And so that's what the kingdom of God is like. It will be huge, and it will reach everyone. They just have a choice what to do with it.